I've live streamed what? No, it's been recently, but I've been live streaming on Twitch as well. So I make a live stream on here. So what you guys up to? Do I already have a game going? No, I do not. Okay. I'm checking out something real quick. I'm going to do versus the Browns. Ooh, they're an 80 overall, surprisingly. Yeah, I had the music is turned off because I knew I was gonna live stream, and well, I don't want to get copyrighted because last time I did an NFL video and it was Madden 16, I got copyrighted for can't feel my face. So I don't want to get copyrighted again. Right, I'm almost done. Okay. Yeah, I live streamed a day ago, so thought I'd live stream. Weather, partly cloudy, overcast, clear. So, comment in the comment section who you think's gonna win, me or the Browns. And I have a streak of winning, by the way. I only lost one game. So waiting for the games to load in. You know what? I'll verse the Dolphins next game.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants.
Oh my God.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that
And
happen,
he kicked it sideways. I literally hit where I wanted to hit.
And off comes to Hyde. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Hyde. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like
all they know how to do is run it. Jesus.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Good pick up my arse. It's been through the running game.
Here
we go again with another freaking run.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense.
Oh my God, here we go with the run again.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
My God, finally a throw, and I sacked him.
He drops him for a loss of 6.
Oh, they're going to run it again,
That play was the
guaranteed.
very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. On second down, here's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go.
What's the
but hold
flag?
everything here. They might have hit the kicker.
Roughing the
If they did,
kicker.
that'll be a first down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Really? I hit the ball. Are you joking me? No, I didn't want to exit. One doesn't. They call that roughing the kicker. He slid into him. Oh my God, bro. That is retarded.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I will be saving up for a PS camera so you guys can see me on my live stream.
25-yard line.
So, of course, my team is gone.
Now Manning.
Gee, my stats.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 75 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Matt Day's on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The third time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base that might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Got this whole Patriots thing kick-started, literally, out of Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Taylor underneath for Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7. And that's
Oh my God, yes.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. Third year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the third year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well, again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. Throwing is Manning. He finds Beckham complete. Odell Beckham Jr., the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 75 yards.
That's how you do that.
Giants are able to grow their lead.
Under pressure, wait until Odell's open.
DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
I will tickle in my throat. Drink some water.
Rosas now to kick this one away.
And it's a foul. What's a flag?
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10 at the 40.
You pressure him way too much, though. No,
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Soon I'll be making an Apex video. Apex Legends.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful
As soon as it's done downloading, I'll make a video about it.
When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play. A really explosive.
On third down, Taylor. And this is good.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Giants set to get the football back, and they're coming off a 5-11 season. Now, look, that's an improvement from 2017, but still it's 8-24 the last 2 years. Okay, you talked about earlier their need to get big guys up front to protect the quarterback. You got the number 6 overall pick in this next year's draft. Where are you going?
You would think that you could get someone like a Quentin Nelson who went to the Colts last year. You would want to do that. But there's also a chance they can get their future quarterback with the number 6 pick. So you might have to go in that direction and then come back and get the big guys later in the draft. Sitting in that number 6 spot, they will have a good chance.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 54 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Some ankles and spun from people.
Blue on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Rosas now to kick this one away.
I booted that big time. Look,
This
I
will be
didn't want
taken
to
to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year.
And how excited is everyone to actually have the expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL?
Carlos Hyde, see you later. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Dance class.
That's all I know how to do. We can beat them.
They're
just going to start running it.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. He finds Coleman. Browns move the chains as Taylor's able to hook up with Coleman. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. As we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
And give him a gain of 37. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Again, it's Manning. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Alec Ogletree. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down to Barkley on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Manning gonna throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. We have hit halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Gets around him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great.
What is
touchdowns.
Who's watching? Comment down below.
What he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession.
Who's watching? No one.
First time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he works his way forward.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, bro. You ain't going nowhere. You thought you were gonna see. You seen that gap? Like, oh, Gappy! Pop pow! Get rocked!
Means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Taylor. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
You thought you
Understanding the game, understanding positioning,
just a big thought.
and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Manning. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, How about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make the play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. The fourth down run successful. On first down with Taylor. And that's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And who's got it? So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Eli Manning with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I had to go eat. McDonald's walking. Georgia wins.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very tiny two-play drive that time. Rosas now to kick this one away.
That's what?